Hi everyone, my name is Piterpakulski. Today we'll continue building financial model for massage business idea from scratch. Today we will be talking about fixed costs. We will be linking these costs to the timeline. We will create the block of inputs for them. First I would like to start with what we've already created. By the way, I will be giving the link on the playlist where I'm creating this financial model from scratch at the end screen of this video. Plus, when the financial model will be ready, I will be putting all the links how I create this video, this financial model, and in the description of this video, so you can travel through this process and watch the whole process from scratch. So first of all, we've set up the massage types. We can switch them on and off. We set up pricing, edit coefficients for pricing. We set up level of direct expenses, edit coefficients for direct expenses. Then we set up the timing of the duration of the massage services for each service, edit coefficients for duration, massage duration. Then we set up the working hours inside the typical week. Then we started specifying what, for example, the portrait of each day in perspective of massage types of services for each day. So we can set up, add, for example, services here. See how the daily revenue is changing, daily revenue, direct expenses, occupied hours by customers. This is the percentage of occupied time from the total working hours of this day. So if I add, for example, a new service here, I'll be shown the new numbers here, new numbers of revenues, direct expenses, time occupied, percentage of occupied time from working hours. And that's how I create the portrait for each day of the week, to make me create the realistic portrait of Monday, to make me create the realistic portrait of weekend, of Friday, and so on. So I'm creating the revenue generating algorithm that I will trust when I will be playing with scenarios. Then I'm adding the seasonality. So by the way, blues are the inputs in our financial model. So here I specify how the revenue decreases in summer months, for example. Then I specify when I start when I get the first revenue. So I specify year and month when we get the first revenues. Then I specify from the moment when we start operating activity how fast I'm reaching the revenues that are targets. So for example, during the first month I will be getting only 10% of target revenue, then 20, 30, 40, so I'll be reaching these target values of revenue step by step, and I will be able to see in cash flow statement whether I have or do not have the operating losses. So that's why we need all this block of inputs. Then I create the block for investment plan. So here I specify what I'm investing in during the investment stage, how much I invest, and when. And now we need to create the block for fixed costs. This will be a new block of inputs. So fixed costs. This will be fixed cost item. Here will be the list of fixed costs. Fixed cost 1. So here will be the list of fixed costs, and here will be the dollar value of this expense monthly. So for example, let it be like this. I'm just imagining. So these are the inputs. So these are monthly expenses. So this will be a new block of inputs. And now I will be coloring these cells with blue color, because this color is the color of all our inputs. So later, when I will be playing with scenarios, I will be adjusting the inputs only in these cells, in these cells, these cells, these cells. So I will just hide all other cells and leave the cash flow statement, simple discounted payback diagram, and start playing with all the inputs so I can easily find them. Besides, if you send your financial model to some third parties, your friends, your business partners, they will also be able to easily find the inputs, so this will simplify the process of scenario modeling as well. So these are the names of fixed cost items. This is the dollar values of monthly costs for this or that fixed cost item, and now we need to put these values inside the timeline. So I'm just copying the timeline. So this will be fixed costs. Here I will put the list of expenses, fixed expenses. And what I will do now, I will take these expenses and freeze the column, and then I have a wonderful line here, timeline, and here I have operating activity start 1011. So the 1 means that we have an operating activity at this moment, 0 means that we don't have operating activity at this moment. And now I will multiply on this cell. I will freeze the line and press enter. Now I will extrapolate this formula to the bottom and to the right. And now I will color these group of lines with red, because these are the expenses. They will go later to the cash flow statement to make me easily find them when I will be consolidating the project. And what is valuable, so for example, now we see that the project starts in November. So here is November. For example, I would like to displace the project start to July. So I can see that the investment plan display. We have start in July. Before July we have 2 months of investment stage. And our project, our fixed costs also displays to July. So we started operating activity in July, and in July we have our fixed costs done. So we can easily play with inputs. We are not displacing, putting the inputs manually to the timelines. We are just specifying the inputs here and adjust only the moment when we start operating activity. If we want, for example, to change some values, we just go here, increase or decrease the inputs. Everything changes here. If we want to adjust the inputs themselves, I'm going here. If we want to display the project start, we can go here, for example, September. We can easily display this information, the plan, fixed expenses, everything. So you won't have to retype the data. This avoids a huge amount of mistakes. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be giving the links on creation of this financial model from scratch in the description of this video when the whole financial model will be ready. And at the end screen of this video as well, I will be giving the link on the playlist where all the videos of creation of this model will be placed, so you can watch the whole process of creation of this financial model of a massage salon from scratch. So I hope you enjoyed. You may give us a like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. You can also order financial models from scratch for your unique business ideas. We can help you with that. So see you guys in next videos. Thank you and bye.